be helpful to have a mic. Good morning, everyone. As we all know, this is Monday. This is going to be the day that we're going to do some Harrow chassis. So if y'all are on board, thank you for my early birds and my base for jumping in, and we'll go forward from there. All right. So I have some fantastic news for today. I got a video to look over, and we're going to stick to what we did yesterday, which is just less time. I'm not going to do a 10-hour shift today. I'm going to do an 8-hour shift, and we're going to have like 5 hours of Warframe, and then we're going to go to Soulframe. I found out there's even another joinery in the game that I never collected. I just want to have one to see what it does. So that's where it is. And as always, if you're new to my channel, do me a favor, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. How's my base doing? Morning, Solo. Morning, Jade. How you boys doing? Or girls? All right, let me take a look here. Check how everything is going. We're going fine. It is a Monday. It does take 15 minutes or longer to kick it out. So give me some love shorts. If you're new to this channel, say I'm new. And if you're interested in joining me, this is how it works. Basically, I bring up polls in game. You vote. You join me. We go do it. That's the whole point of Squad Up. And that's the whole emphasis of what I'm doing now. So, let me talk about the good news. I have finally applied to be partnered with YouTube. That means that either I get side money or a chance to basically grow my channel so we can have the opportunity to basically income and make it better. For you guys, it's like, oh, he's just here for money. No, I want to improve everything. I also want to feed my kids at the same time. So every bit helps. And it's going to take 2 or 3 days until that happens, but at least I'm there. So, judging by the numbers I got, I'm not going to make that much. If I get top out pay, it's still like $20,000 a year. So, I need to grow. So, I'm not banking on the views for money or anything. I'm more excited to see what I could do with you guys. Like, what can I provide as supers for emotes and stuff like that? How do I create it? That kind of stuff drives me. Like, diving into the unknown kind of way. Ooh, it got it. Turn that down a little bit. I have one kiddo with me today. I was supposed to have a free day today, but that did not happen. So, if you are new to this channel, do me a favor. Like and subscribe, do all that jazz so you can bring that number up and also give me a better future for my kids as well. Totes. Okay. Thank you. I made it there. We'll see what happens. This is just the first step. And as always, if you're new to my show or anything, do me a favor. Friend flapvsjack. Go to friend. Type in flapvsjack and type in confirm, whether you're in Warframe or Soulframe, and we'll go forth from there. Do me a favor, guys. Send me your fashion frame and send me your builds. Yesterday, you guys voted on the basicist, and I have no idea where I'm going about this. So let me give you a little insight about me. I've been playing this game for years. I never care about stat stick reviews and meta builds and endurance runs. I just want to just enjoy my moment and have fun. So the most people who have the same amount of time as I do are what I call meta drivers. And usually they're MR 16 and 18 when they come to the same amount of hours, because they just get the meta builds, nothing else. They don't care about it. So if MH Blackie says, oh, you need to burst it because it's the newest Craven, I'm making a review about it, that person knows Tord is still meta. and he's going to use Tord until it's obsolete. He does not need to burst it. And that's what he's going to run. And that's what I call meta drivers. So that's where we get to that point. Oh, that works. Nice. Okay. What's up? Yes, you can. Thank you for asking. Only if you say hi to chat. Come on. You're not going downstairs then. Come on. Get up here. I'll pick you up. Oh, still in your pajamas. What a big little girl you are. Say hi. Works for me. Little shit bucket. All right. Apparently my butt works now. I added a timer. So, sorry. If it gets spammy, it's going to do that every 15 minutes. I'm going to lower that, actually. So, I'm testing a few things out on the same time. I'm making my way through to make sure things work accordingly. Let's see if I can edit that. Bump it up to every 30 minutes. Let's update it right there. I don't want that spamming every 15 minutes. Okay. But we are definitely doing relic runs today. We're going to talk about the Code of Basicist today, just to see what I can get out of it. The idea is I make a one-day review, whether I built it up or not, find a Warframe that synergizes with it, and see where I go from there. And I just thought of an idea. Like, I'm going to dance around with the ability. I obviously haven't maxed it out, so use my voice. I've been doing this every day. So let's go to the Hex just to see what I need done. Plus weeklies drop, so it wouldn't hurt for you if you want to join me for weeklies. I have a tech rock to take care of, but we're absolutely doing relics today. I need to finish my Harrow chassis video. Standing, go to Nightingale. Yeah.
Hello. What do I? Pretty is as pretty does.
So Basicist does it drop today? How much do I have? Oh, I got plenty. So, all right. I'll go back to that when I can. Sorry about that. Yeah, that one is my oldest. She is, we call them L1, L2, L3. Because all names are like, start with the L. Alright, so I was thinking of this, just for shits and giggles. I was looking, before I started the stream, I wanted to look into the arcanes. So, obviously, primary merciless, and also primary deadhead might be beneficial, but I haven't played with this gun in a while. Like I said, I'm a meta driver, so I play with certain, like, Latron and Karnan, so I don't need anything else. So it gets to that point where do I go with this weapon if I'm going to play with this? And I was thinking primary blight. I was like, oh yeah, Raxia. And a Sarin. They could drop basically toxin in my builds and see if that can work. So I might try Araxia with this shotgun. That way I could double dip with this basically arcane at max stat. I basically on toxin status, my crit damage increases and my multi-shot increases times 40. I'm curious where I'm at with it now. So the crit damage is doo-doo, but I can fix that. Over leveling. And the crit chance is doo-doo too. So let's see what happens when I just slot it in. So crit damage, not that great, but primary blight can increase the damage, but the crit chance is still doo-doo with the best standard mod that we have. I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest with you. And as you can tell, with this build, I went all in on everything. The only thing I'm missing is fire or heat and corrosive. So this is great build for everything else. And I just went all in. Let's see here. And with and Toxin, but Araxia, I could see my build basically with Araxia. I could add Toxin. I just don't know if it will stack with my viral. That's my only caveat. Does anybody know that? Does anybody know if you have Araxia, is it just Toxin status innate? Or does it stack with the initial abilities that's already applied? I know, well, I already know that answer, actually. Meaning that I know it's going to be Toxin. So the only status effect I have or missing are basically the standard innate status proc, impact, puncture, and slash, and heat and corrosive. So this would be a great build for anything but Grenier, basically. What's up, Jade? Thank you for joining early this morning. I really appreciate the love. Chad, do me a favor. I want you to do me a job. Give me feedback. Like, I'm one guy, right? So, obviously, if I have one guy versus 50 people, I can lead you the way and we'll contest it. If there's a build you want me to test out, send it to me. flapvsjack. If there's an idea you want to throw in there, we'll go with that. So, yesterday, you guys voted on the 1-day review for the Bass Assist. So, that's what I'm checking out now. And I've already been tinkering around with this build. I do like the semi-shotgun cannanoid. Prime point blank you will replace with Bane mods, obviously, to get a little bit of more of an uptick. I was thinking about rocking Araxia with this build to see what happens. First, I need to fix Araxia. Apparently, my build is overkill. So, what can I add in here? Unique status, grants ability strength. Does that work with the Ep1 with her ability? I wonder if that would work. I don't know if that arcane would work with that kind of build. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, let's go to the very top. All right. Acceleration, Arachne on wall latch, 150. See, I don't like her wall latching gimmick. I'm not relying on it. Not because it's not good. It's just not reliable. So I'll just stick with my guns. Go with the Arcane Avenger. Just in case. Or I can have more energy pool. No, that's based off of armor. Also, thank you for the love, by the way. No crit chance or crit damage. I'm not too sure. I played with it. It's a 1-day review. So how 1-day reviews work, I just dick around until I figure a synergy with a Warframe. I was thinking of rocking Araxia with it and stacking Primary Blight with it. Problem is that the crit chance is doo-doo, even with the best mod on it. So I don't need crit damage when I'm stacking up with Primary Blight. Problem is the crit chance. I think it gets up to 50%, so that means half my shots are not going to be crit chance anyways. With the best crit mod, with a lower fire rate. So I don't think that's going to synergize well. Which ultimately leads down back to Harrow. Which is the sucky part. I don't want to rely on Harrow. And I'm also looking at builds to change my Araxia build. Make her better. There's not much choice you could do. Gain health per active channel. Nope. Mm. Nope, 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 nope. That's for Dante. Which leads back to Augmented. So we'll stick with that one right there. That or Arcane Avenger. Because that makes sense if I use Primary Blight with that weapon. It would be better with Arcane Avenger than Molt Augmented. You know what? We'll dick around. So we'll bounce between Molt Augmented and Arcane Avenger for now. Keep Bellicose for basically additional strength. From status, obviously I'm going to proc status. So let's go back to our weapon. Primary Blight. I got every status under the sun except for Heat, Corrosive, and Toxin. But if I go rock Araxia on her fourth ability, I should have had Toxin. Maybe. So, we'll see what happens. So I got that rocking. Got that going. Let's see how it holds up on Steel Path. See, I already built this up, but I haven't gone back to it. Let's just do a simple 5-minute run. And if you guys want to join me, send me a DM right now. Or you don't care about squatting up and you just want to show me your faster frame, send me your looks now. Go forward from there. Do you have Rifle Elemist or more status damage? Yes, I do. Would you increase blast and toxin? I don't know. We'll play with that. Remind me in a minute about that, Full Earth. But I do have Rifle Elemist on there. I can show you my build in a minute. I'm dancing around with the Valence as well. I could get Corrosive and Heat if I wanted to, but I just haven't dabbled into it because a lot of things have changed since basically then.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Drop that down.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
How much health I got? I got 2,000.
Life
All right.
support has been cut off.
So reload's not that bad.
Hold on.
Fire rate is still
Sending
doo-doo.
auxiliary life support.
Okay.
Found.
See what happens.
Look out for reactants.
I think it worked. Jesus Christ. Okay.
The enemies are dropping reactants. You are going to need more reactants if you want to open that relic.
Okay, well this is with Primary Blight. I forgot. Is there a way to check? No. I wish there was a way to look at your weapons in game so you can see the stats. Enchant. No, this is all status. Obviously, I'm not critting at all. Although it does have Primary Blight, so I'm getting beneficial for toxin damage with multi-shot. But we'll play around with it. We'll do 5 minutes. See what this does. Obviously, it's cooking really well. I'm one-shotting everything. The only status I don't have is Heat, Corrosive. I did not have Toxin Innate on it, but with Araxia, I do have Toxin on it.
That's it. You opened the relic.
Okay.
Finish your mission.
I'm gonna drop off here.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Alright, where's this bad boy at?
More time.
But reload sucks, fire rate sucks. Recoil does not suck, so that's good news. I don't have to waste on. Unlike the Trumna, I had to get stabilizers on there to make it work. Oh yeah, I forgot about the all fire. And the unique trait is I can get 100% more damage and also I think multi-shot if I do the mercy kill. But the fucker just kills everything in one shot, so that's not going to help me that much. And I'm not maxed out on this weapon when it comes to status effect as well. I haven't bought enough basses to basically handle it. But I'm trying it out with basically Araxia first to see if primary blight makes a damn difference. I'm not getting a lot of crit damage because of crit damage, and I don't have a crit chance on this build as well because I don't want to sacrifice basically the fire rate, because the fire rate is doo-doo already, and that means I have to have 2 mods to supplement for that crit chance. That means I'm going to be sacrificing basically status effect for these one-shot ponies. Alright, let's see how he does. God damn. I think punch through would be good for this gun. If you're not going to have a high fire rate, I would sacrifice a mod for punch through for sure. Because you're going to have a one-trick pony. You better kill multiple enemies through. See how far it goes. Jesus. Who needs a shotgun? I mean, who needs a sniper rifle? Whee! I mean, it's one-shotting Aximus because of the magnetic, the viral, and whatever else is subsumed to him. Plus, Toxin ignores their shields on Corpus. So this is a great mission for this gun. I'm kind of curious how it's going to hold up against Vernier. I'm pretty sure I got to do 2 or 3 shots per Aximus when it gets down to it. But shit, I mean, it's not the worst fire rate in the game. But then again, I don't have a detriment to the fire rate either. Get back here. The hell is that?
The raid is off to
Alright, let's get out of here.
When you need it, extraction is ready.
Shit. Oh. Epitaph for the win! Again, if you want to squad up, do me a favor. DM flapvsjack, I'll get you in. Alright. Put no relics in. We're going to bounce. Don't worry. We'll do a couple more. We're going to do a lot of relic runs today. I need to record myself doing Harrow chassis. Why is my bot... Is it spamming the crap out of my chat? I set it to 30 minutes. Has it really been 30 minutes already? Jesus. Might have to go down to like an hour. Ah. Alright, Chad, do me a favor. I need input. Here comes Spider! We need to double check that my bot isn't doing buffoonery. Edit. Let's bump that up to 55 minutes. Update. See if that works. How's everybody doing, by the way? Everybody doing good? Alright. Shorts went from 3 to 37 and like that. Oh, nice. And again, thank you for those who just joined. I stated earlier, I got partnered with YouTube. I'm not getting money yet, but I got partnered. So it's just in a review right now, so we'll see what happens. once I get the backings to basically supply income to this show, maybe I have the ability to improve after I help out my family, help out my kids. But again, I couldn't do it without any of you. You could do me the favor, spread the word, share my links, or sub, like, and subscribe, do all that jazz. But what I need more than anything is you to join me in squad. And how you do that is basically go in game, whether it's Warframe or Soulframe, that's going to be my base. Go to communication, go to friends, and add in flapvsjack. So if you could do me that honor, that'll be awesome. All right, so you guys were looking at it. This is yesterday's vote. I am taking a look at a one-day build with Basicist. I think Primary Blight is kind of with the Raxia. Raxia is awesome, but I'm trying to figure out a synergy that will work well with Basicist, because sometimes arcanes can be a game breaker, or they could just be a buff or a detriment to the build. This is a popular one right here, a weak point, but obviously I would love to have more arcanes for in general. I'm looking for one with a faster reload, if anything. Combo duration on melee kills stacks up 6 times. That's not going to help me on this build. So, like, we did the Trumna one, and it had 3 problems. One, the number 1 problem was recoil. The second problem was fire rate. And the third problem is basically overall damage. And it needed a buff. It works well with my Harrow build, but that's still relying on Harrow to make it from mid to okay. On impact status, regen, don't need that. Frostbite, I love this arcane. This is a great arcane right here. Increases crit damage and multi-shot, same thing as Primary Blight, but it's just cold. But I prefer cold because simply it double stacks. If you deal in cold on enemies anyways, that innately increases their crit chance on the enemy. So adding crit damage to that just adds icing to the cake. Shotgun Vendetta, that's probably the best one when it comes to reload, but you got to be 5 meters in that. I did a heck video of that. I think it's better for Kuva Heck than it is with that on that build on alternate fire. Which leads back to the good old-fashioned steel path build that we have here. All right, let me see what you guys think. Any input? Currently, my Necromech doing great. Blarthy said reload. You also prefer cold because you're a frost main? Yeah. Due to the fact they made the change on status effects, I think I would call it status effects. I would call it status rework 3.0 when they made all the changes for statuses and basically nerfed armor to the ground and capped it. Cold has got a huge buff. In fact, all statuses had a huge buff except for puncture. So what cold does is basically it has 3 tiers. Is it 3 tiers or 7 tiers? I can't really remember. I just know it increases the crit damage the more cold it procs onto the enemy. And 2, cold is a great way to cause slow and also basically CC entire areas. It's really great with Epitaph. Try it out. Or just slap on Arcane Encumber on Epitaph. You could get away in any mission with Epitaph in that weapon. It's the perfect utility. So I really want to dabble into this, but there's a problem. No matter what, let's look at the build. Let's look at crit. Here's the problem child with crit, and this is why I hate this template. Here's the best crit chance build we got. So that only brings me up to 54%. That's for a slow fire rate weapon. Yes, I have pellets, but at the same time, if I'm not shooting fast, then I'm not proccing a lot. So I'm hoping that one hit wonder will do its job. And this is my theory. You have, if you're not going to increase the fire rate, you need to just double up all your damage as much as possible. The problem is the template of the modding system will cap you regardless. Or use Warframes to build up your fire rate. Harrow is a good one. Probably the best one. What other Warframe increases your fire rate? I'm drawing a blank here. I'm always accepting invites, Calvin. Anybody in it? Also, if you're not in-game, state your in-game name before. That's why that bot is spamming. Trumna. Also, primary frostbite works well with people running Nourish because you don't need cold to make the viral anymore. What? Gauss? You're right. I forgot about Gauss. Oh, good point. Thank you, Gillix. Thank you, Wisp. Which one? Gauss is better, though, ain't he? Let's take a look. Wisp. Fuck. And I'm right there with Wisp. I'm not a Wisp main, but that proto skin, I'm buying the shit out of that. I'm not gonna lie. Abilities. Which one is it? Is it speed? Range, fire rate. There we go. 66% versus Gauss. Let's see here. I could just have innate fire rate. And I think it's his second ability, right? Nope, 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 nope. No, that's his charge. Fire rate. Holy shit. His is way more. I mean, it kind of makes sense to have him than Wisp. Nothing against Wisp, but Wisp is a supporter. And this weapon is like no different than Plasmor. It hits like a truck. All right, we'll stick with Gauss. We'll play with that. First, this gun is ugly as shit. Let's swap it around. All right. I wanted you guys to vote. All I wanted you to do is press in Y or N. Y for yes, N for no. It got worse. What do you think about that color on the gun? I don't know about that. Yes or no? What are y'all's thoughts? Spotted. What the hell's this? Oh, someone trying to sell me Bitcoin shit. Cool. What's up with these kids sending me DM messages to Mr. Beast as if I'm a fucking kid? Alright, I'm gonna ban this son of a bitch. Spot. There you are. And ban. Suspicious account. 7 days. Poof. Gone. Okay. Hard yes. Looks epic. We got a yes. No. Okay. We'll rock it for a minute. We'll change it up later. Does it have any skin? I could put that skin on there. Jesus Christ, that looks sexy. Shit. What's that one? Could buy it. But screw it. I'm keeping this ugly mug right here. Alright. So, here's my build. Shit. What do I have there? Oh, yeah. Reload. Chilling reload. So here's the initial setup of what I have. This is really great. I think this should stay. Galvanized you need multi-shot. Unless you're using a QT mod. That's the only reason you should not have multi-shot. This sucker right here is great because I was going straight up damage. I got a reload mod. Goes pretty quick. Even with that reload mod, it's kind of... Add you the Darman project? I got you. I'll add you in a minute. Prime point blank. I know that's not meta. You can use Bane mods. You can get better damage by like 2,000 more points each one, but I don't give a shit. I'm going basically on... I just don't like swapping it out unless I need to. I think the only time I would ever put on Bane mods is if they actually introduced a faction raid. That's it. That's when it's like, okay, I need that 2,000 points, damn it. Right now, I don't give a shit. I'm killing everything anyways. Shotgun LMS, obviously that's a great one, but I do not need a magazine capacity because this sucker goes boom. 120 more rounds. Boom. So I'm not going to deal with that. I just wish there was a better way to deal with that setup. And obviously status. I can swap this out. Good news about Coda weapons. I can swap out to if I want. Let's see what this does. Alright, code stacks up with my blast and viral, so I'm not gonna get code on that sucker. Let's go down the rabbit hole. I got more virals, stacks up with my radiation, which is only good for murmur and a little bit of corpus, and of course electricity causes stagger and shields on corpus. Again, this is a great build against corpus. Impact. Fuck it. Interesting. Now I got impact. So I got stagger and flat damage. Okay. That's a thing. I didn't know they had impact on this weapon. Why don't they have puncture or slash? Oh, they're broken. I forgot. An impact has to have a purpose.
Cephalon Orders has completed a blueprint.
Add heat.
The foundry.
Okay. I got less procs than anything on that, so it just doubles down on my blast radius. I wish I could just have... Oh, and also radiation. So that leads to magnetic, which already done. Radiation and toxin. Toxin. And now I got more viral. Which is nice, but at the same time... Right now, the thing I'm missing most is magnetic. And there you go. I can knock out 2 stones in 1. I think that's the best combination I can get out of here. Out of this build, at least. Because magnetic is best against, basically, Eximus. And it's also good against Corpus. Radiation is good against Murmur. There's not many enemies in Sentient, so you don't have to worry about that. Electricity is good against Corpus and Murmur. Blast is all around great on Steel Path because it procs nearby. And of course, the best proc in the game is Viral, which makes all of my damage stack. So even though they are immune to it, like Infested, Deimos, and Murmur, that still increases the overall damage of all my other abilities. Dude, that bot is getting on my nerves. I might have to turn it off. The semi mods are fantastic. Semi rifle cannonade later on, it is so fun. Yeah, I think that's what I got on mine. All right, guys, what would you, other than shotgun prime point blank, go into a Bane mod? 1, get a better arcane. Primary Deadhead is out. I wish I could use Frostbite, to be honest with you, because I like it over Toxin. Against Corpus and Grenier in general. It's just stacks up with crit damage to make sense. Toxin is just bypasses shields. Cool. Doesn't help you much against Grenier. You could always go with Prime Merciless. That can increase the reload speed a little bit, but it doesn't increase the fire rate. I wish there's a Bane mod that can go well with this, that can increase the fire rate. Let's look it up. See if there's a fire rate. Nope. Not a single damn one. Fire. And this is what I was rocking before. On weak point, you gain basically stat chance and ammo efficiency. I don't need an ammo efficiency. The stat chance is nice, but I'm at 96% now. And that's going to stack it up even more. That's just stacking procs. So, and the only one over here that does damage, I wouldn't even say damage over time. Not a single one of these do damage over time, honestly. So if I had heat, that would make sense, but it doesn't. So I got reload. I think Gauss will increase my fire rate quite a bit. What about Galvanized Savvy? If you have it right now. I do. It's right there. That's where I'm getting at that 96%. See, what we're debating on earlier was trying to use Araxia for Toxin to get that crit damage. But the problem is, with even the best crit, the Corrupted mod for crit chance, you get up to 54% crit chance. So even if I don't increase my crit damage, this sucker shoots slow anyways. So I don't want to use that mod unless I can have a frame that can basically increases my fire rate. Obviously, we're good on reload. We're good on recoil. It's just fire rate. So we'll try out Gauss. See what happens here with this sexy ass new color skin. Got 3 wins out of that one. We'll change it on the next round. Jesse, are you ready? You think this is any good? Let me take a look. Also, do me a favor. Send me your fashion frame. I want to see your stuff. What am I looking at? Comb? Is it good? I would consider it MR fodder than anything. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, I need to get that Forma. Alright, let's see what Gauss does. Also, if you want to join me, DM me right now. Read the instructions. Let's see here on shorts. Look up here. On mainstream, look over here. Or look in chat. I got instructions for you with a bot saying every like 15 minutes anyways. Crit mod and Arcane Avenger. I thought about Arcane Avenger, but I'm sticking away from that. I want to stick with this right here, see what happens. I think here's the problem about crit damage. It's like everybody, you got to have that balance, right? But there's a huge problem in the mode. Let's just test out a few things, Jesse. We're just going to do Mott, the hardest survival on Steel Path, just to see what happens. What's the Gauss build? If I have enough time. This is basically duration. I got a some efficiency, no range, and strength. Just a little bit of it. And this is basically my Archons. Duration, max energy on field, and we'll figure it out later. Whee!
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Said 360%. Alright, so there's my... This is what it looks like right now.
Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Not that much. Still holds up. The good thing about Gauss, I can proc code on them. Alright, reload is definitely better, but... Oh, I can't fix the fire rate because of the Seminoid. Boy. That's alright. At least I got cold proc. So, I got everything under the sun except for heat, toxin, and corrosive. And then the innate build. But still, it's lacking. Lacking that punch. I wonder if the Cannanoid is slowing me down. Reload is way better though. Yeah.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
So, primary merciless, I could definitely tell the reload is better. Piggybacking on them is pretty good. It's just a faster fire rate version of Plasmor, is all it is. Unfortunately. I'm still one-shotting everything. Reload is a lot better. That was the problem before. But I don't think I can fix the fire rate with this build.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
That was the Exodus right there. One shot of that sucker in. How am I doing on my... Oh.
Additional life support has arrived.
Ah, press 4, son of a bitch. Didn't mean to. Reload's good. Okay, so... I think the cannonade is what slowed me down. And punch through. So if I had to replace that weapon, definitely like punch through. Not too sure, to be honest with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's this bad boy at? Where's he at? No! Spirlex! I don't know who you are, but no! You have lost a weapon. I will help you find Starbucks. So, where is he at?
Our operative is making
Alright, let's
progress. This will help our cause.
Still not feeling it.
When you need it, extract
Honestly, I
from
forgot about the cannonade. I wonder if that's hindering my fire rate. And if I could sacrifice 240 additional damage for fire rate. I wonder. 150 meters? No, I'm good. Someone here with me? Nope. I'm bouncing, Jesse. FYI. Hey, Hey, Jacob.
They fought well. Good death.
Yeah, I know about Arcane Avenger. It's not about that. It's about the fire rate. Hey, G Danny. Welcome back, buddy. Let's take a look here. Let's see what I can tinker around with. Let's see if I can smudge something around. See if I can make it a little bit more viable. Does that mess with the fire rate? Fire rate cannot be modified. That's the problem child. And I got punched through. So what I would do, get rid of this damn thing. Out with that. Because this is a one-trick pony. Unfortunately, I think Reload was primary merciless, and Gauss will benefit from that. So that brings up the question, what can I replace this with? I think Shotgun, Elemis, let's see here. The only thing that's benefiting from this build with that mod is electricity, blast, and that's it. And the magazine is pointless. Well, probably not now if I'm going to increase the fire rate. So, I have no code on my build. Let's see what that does. Oh, I do have code. Adds more viral. Absolutely, you can get an invite. But that's not going to help out primary merciless. So, that's going to only help out. Honestly, I care about electricity and blast.
Just wonders,
that's helpful.
what are you thinking about?
Fire rate, fire rate, fire rate. It's unlocked at 117. Where was that? Cannanoid. Cannanoid. It was at 1.7. Okay, so I have. Let's stick around here. Fire rate. What do I have? I can increase it. Fire rate and revive speed. Don't care about that. 90%. Vigilant. Magnetic strike. Ooh. Ooh. Do I have magnetic? Ooh. Let's get stupid. All right. So now I can see what I can do here. I can swap it out with more viral or shotgun elements. But again, shotgun elements is only going to be beneficial for blast and also electricity, which is nice against Corpus and the Murmur. And I love blast because it actually has a purpose. It actually affects enemies nearby. That's important on Steel Path, but not normal mode because the spawn rate increases. I might get away with this right here. Let's see what I can play with. Since I got fire rate and reload, but I have a reload speed increase right here, which is 10% less than that. Maybe I could replace it. I could put in Bane mod. So on. Hunter ammunition. That's what's crit chance, and crit chance, even with the best mod, is. Look at Warframe. He makes insane builds, but that takes the fun out of it. Are you one of those people that, are you Warframe? Is that what it is? You're trying to use me as a platform? And I am not going for meta builds. I'm just having fun. Seeking Fury. Again, that's punch through. I did lose punch through, so that is beneficial. I don't have to worry about accuracy, fire rate, blast, atomic fallout. Don't need magazine capacity. So if I had to play around, yeah, I gotta slap Pancake Bakery. we're just got to do a couple runs. If there's a survival on Relic, I'll definitely do that. Oh, nice profile picture. Who is that, by the way? Screw it. I'm gonna run with this. See what happens. We'll try with Wisp, Gauss, Harrow. See who wins when it comes to it. Obviously, I'm not worried about doing Steel Path. I'm doing fine on that. Ooh, Omni. There we go. Perfect. 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 I love when Omnia drops the survival mission. We'll do 5 minutes. Yes, I got primary crux, but I don't like using that one. That's only for the Harrow build. I know exactly where you're going with that. Remember, I'm not a meta driver. If you're going for one frame only, that's boring. I'm going for all of them. Tinker around, have fun. And also, gotta be original here. Can't be a copycat. Can't be sheep all day long.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Good thing is I got viral.
There are void fissures in the
So I'm
area.
still rocking out
Use these
Gauss.
to crack
Oh,
open a
oh yeah. And honestly, I'm not worried about meta build because I'm doing Steel Path just fine on a mod.
The murmur aims to choke you out. Not today. Preparing a
Candy cane!
capsule.
Attack!
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Use that reactant to open.
Ah, I hate when it changes on me. What? Oh, fuck that. I did right.
Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Okay, let's see what this bad boy does. Armor. I don't have no corrosive or heat. But I got viral. So, there's that. Oh, reloads too fast. I mean, it's nice to have in a split second, but at the same time, not necessary if I'm not going to shoot fast. Fire rate's a little bit better. I like the punch through. Just the corrosive and damage over time is kind of but you're not going to get that without Hunter Ammunitions and Crit Champ.
Use it well. They're expensive.
Ooh, Harrow! Oh, Tethy! And I'm not even recording. That's kind of disappointing. I'm going to start recording now. Alright, let's bring out our ultimate. Bring out some armor, last dagger. Bring out some cold. It's okay. Holds up. It is fun with Gauss, but Gauss is fun as shit anyways.
That's it.
He doesn't want to go
Open the
fast.
relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Whee! But yeah, corrosive is holding me back by sure. Oh, I like that fire rate. Okay, so sacrifice of damage over fire rate. I'll take it. It gives me basically diversity. That's a big thing. So having better numbers, playstyle wise, is more beneficial to me. Mainly for dealing with ads, for sure. So just because you have more damage doesn't mean it's better. Playstyle wise, I'd rather have something that I could kill something at the same time, but actually gives me an option to shoot a couple more times. Like if I had to, it takes me as much time to kill over one shot versus 2 shots, but I can move around and attack the other enemy quicker. That has more perks to me than just one shot in the enemy. Is this him? I can't see. I can't see! Okay. Oh, we got 1 more minute. Oh, yeah, fire rate's where it's at. Fuck yeah. Reload is overkill, so I can take out either a chilling, I gotta keep in Prime Merciless, unless I can supplement it with something. Honestly, I don't need ammo economy, because its ammo pool is a lot. So I'm not worried about ammo or replenishing it with procs. Or just keep shooting it with basically a full clip. This is good enough. Oh, hey. There we go. Oh yeah, fire rate where it's at. Oh my god, that's so much better. I do like the reload, but I like the fire rate more. Okay.
The sanctum is waiting for you.
Alright, so we'll take out... Uh-oh, got the stuck. I gotta go to... Oh, that was good. Let's take a look here. I go to Massacre. Got it. Welcome back, Elizabeth! Hey, I'm new to Warframe. How do you get Kuva? So back, you had to... Anything with Kuva, you had to farm basically Lich. Go ahead, drop a relic. We'll do another one. How did I pick one? Oh, I didn't. I think I got that bug where I'm stuck. Oh, it fixed itself. Nice. Go ahead and bounce so I can change the build a little bit. Take off the reload, see what I can swap it out with. But Cannanoid, it's nice to have that damage, but it is actually a detriment on this weapon because the fire rate is this. And that will give me an option with Gauss, Wisp, and Harrow to mess around with it. I think Cannanoid would be beneficial with Mirage, maybe? And that's it. That way you can double dip into the not only the buff. If you're just going straight up for damage, Cannanoid is great with Mirage, but if you can't adjust the fire rate, it ain't gonna do you much good. That's my opinion. You do you. But that's the whole point of why I don't do guides anyways. There's so many ways you could do things. You could play your style and whatever. I'm just feeling it out. See what we can muster out of this. Let's go back to Arsenal. Take out Chilling. Reload. Load, baby, load. Alright, so I got Matarai Polarity added to it. Again, we already talked about crit damage and crit multipliers with Arcanes. Yes, you could put Arcane Avenger on your Warframe, and you could put, but the problem isn't the crit damage, it's the overall effect, basically the crit chance, and getting damaged at the same time. With Gauss, that's gonna be a problem. he doesn't get hit a lot, so he's always on the move. So that's going to be a more for a stationary build, such as Wisp, Mirage. Definitely Harrow. But Harrow's its own gimmick. He's got his own Arcane Avenger innately embedded into him on his 4th ability. So there's that. So again, what do I get? I'm gonna stick with this for reload. See how it works. What do you guys think? Damn bot. We should do some Netra cells. Maybe. I'll get into that. Can you recommend a decent build for Natarak? Put it in a QA. I'm not gonna do that. So this whole point of what a 1-day review is, you vote, you put it in, you guys vote for half of the stream. I'll do it the next day. And that's what I'm doing today. You guys voted for Basilisk yesterday over the Reaper. So we're doing Basilisk. And that's exactly how the 1-day review works. Now, my shorts, guys, you do not see this. You have to go to the main stream to vote or put in your input. Hate it for you. But it's all based on YouTube. I can't put in a questionnaire on shorts for whatever reason. Blame YouTube. Otherwise, I would tally you guys up together. My in-game name is flapvsjack. Also, that bot tells you right there as well. Let's see here. Shotgun barrage. I don't know. What should I put here? I could go with more fire rate, but I don't need puncture. It doesn't even have puncture. Can it add puncture? Nope. So, I don't need reload speed. I do like punch through. So, let's see what... Right, I could put in Bane mods. That isn't the meta way to do it. I get that. Actually, having both Bane mods and also overall damage is what you're aiming for anyways. I can't put in critical deceleration because of that. Or how many honestly, I could put whatever I want. I got so many polarity points it doesn't even freaking matter. Forgot about Coda weapons. Let's just throw in straight up damage. Bumped it up. And that's the part it was missing. I need heat and corrosive to make this all around OP. Right now, this is best for Murmur and Corpus. I would like to have that, if that is even possible. But I don't think that's going to be possible. We already talked about that weapon. On coast status, chance to spread the status to other enemies. See, I wish I had that too. That would have been probably my go-to mod right there. A lot of people forget about that mod, is that the effects spread. Think about acid shells when it goes to corrosive. It's kind of like the same thing, but with cold. But unfortunately, with this build, I can't just do cold. I can swap things out to make it, but it's not going to get cold. So let's do this. Let's see if I can just force it. Nope. Nope. So let's tinker around. I can put whatever I want. Let's do fire rate. I could go back to code and reload, but that would be unnecessary. So, near the goat and join your map. Right now we're full, but hang tight. What I do every 5 missions, we'll mess around. D squad, and or if someone drops, I'll fill you in. So hang tight. Any suggestions other than basically more damage and Bane mods? Too, I don't want to switch. This is the thing about relic runs. You have 2 factions you got to deal with at all times. You got the Orican And also, you got to deal with whatever faction you're facing with. That's one reason I hate dealing with faction mods. Or I can just go straight up damage. Son of a biscuit. What about weak point mod? That's a QT mod. So if you take it into a factor in QT mods, you have to take out multi-shot. And this is a oh. And I don't think shotgun has a QT mod. Nope. And I'm not a big fan of QT mods. And it's kind of like Bane mods, right? It is better on paper. But where's the headshot or weak point on all the murmurs? Do you know them all? Yet alone on a MOA. Obviously, you know on a human, on Grenier, and also Corpus. Head shot, right? But what about basically Osprey? Not Osprey. Yeah, Osprey. Or any other faction of the Angel. Like, there's a lot of factors in. Of course, a lot of people who are vets are like, oh, I know I'm on, but you're not guaranteed to hit them. So you're wasting a mod slot for a what if. That's the only thing I hate about weak point mods. I already did autocannonade because, and the problem is it locks in my fire rate. And yes, I'm L5. Let's add, I just added in pure damage. Shit, I don't want to deal with that. I haven't messed with this since it released as well. So I'm kind of like, eh. I don't need status duration because I don't have any damage over time kind of mods. Electricity is probably the only one that would benefit from that. I'm sticking with Seeking Fury. Honestly. Do I have a prime version of that? Nope. Only because of the punch through. I'm thinking about replacing that with this. So let's go with that. Let's see what happens. I'd rather have Seeking Fury. I don't care about the reload. I care about the punch through. We can't select the Omni mission from here, can we? All right, I got to disband. I'll re-invite you guys in a minute. Kind of wish they went to Orbiter instead of the Sanctum. And then we're going to try it with Wisp and Harrow, which I know with my Harrow build, it's just going to destroy everything. Especially with a high fire rate. But I'm trying with Gauss just to see how fun it is. All right, so speaking of, let me look at it one more time while inviting you guys one more time. Oop. Shit. Why'd you move? Invite you guys in. Let's look up punch through. Seeking Force. Yeah, I don't like the cannon noise because it locks my fire rate, and this is a slow fire rate weapon. The reload is not good either. You can replace that with Harrow's ability and also Gauss, but you can also replace it with Primary Merciless, and I think one other Arcane and a few mods, but we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the punch through. See if it makes a difference there.
Safe and sound.
All right, let's do 5 more minutes. See what that brings up to. Just to see the feels. Oh, back from the break since the man in the wall. Now I've finished 1999. I don't know what to work towards. Have you gotten everything else? Have you gotten all the frames, all the primes? Have you looked into that yet? Going good, Tommy. Thanks for asking, by the way. The weapon already has infinite body punch through. Does it? I thought that was after the mercy kill.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
How much punch through?
Fissures. You need them to open a relic.
Because I absolutely don't feel punched through at all when playing this. I don't know if that's a bug or what.
The murmur aims to choke you out. Not today. Preparing a life support capsule.
You're near a fissure.
Bring up my battery. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, he disappeared. There you are. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
Don't forget the reactor. You need more to open that relic.
Oh, let's see how much punch through they have. I had to tell you this, but it's working better than prior. Alright. Got it, buddy? Nice. Alright. Magnetic. Take down the overguard immediately for my Eximus. Good on that. Oh my god, the fire rate is the game changer. Oh, I'd rather take fire rate over reload any day.
Incoming! Use it well. They're expensive.
Where you at? Oh my god, yeah. Fire rate for the win. Ooh, I got nothing. I don't know where he's at. There you are. Oh! Harrow! Jesse! Oh my god, yeah. I can already tell you it has way more punch through now. That free arcane. Not to sell, but for arcane hotshot, waiting for it to drop down the dissolution. You heard it from me first. It's gonna happen. All those people for EDA and all that stuff. Nope. It's gonna drop in Art Floyd sooner or later. Oh my god, it's just so much fun with playing with fire rate. Ah.
Sending another capsule. These don't grow on trees, you know.
And this is with Gout, so I don't want to know what it's like with Harrow. So if I had a choice, if you do not have Harrow, Wisp, or Gauss, I would put on Cannanoid, unfortunately, and just double dip on damage. Take that fire rate hit just for more damage, especially if you have a Mirage. But if you got a frame with basically that increases your fire rate innately with abilities, or you just want to double stack with it, it's so much better than Cannanoid. I can tell you that right now. That's why play testing the game is so much better than looking at Simicron and basically looking at numbers all day. Plus, it's so much sexier to watch it in game. Where you at? But yeah, it doesn't hit that very hard on these guys. Now, is there better weapons than this? Oh, yeah. But it's still fun. I mean, it's holding up against Steel Path just fine. And I don't even have it maxed out on the Valence as well. So this is not top tier of the base build anyways. Well, at least you guys get an idea of at least my opinion and feelings about it.
They will never see this fish coming. You can come home now.
Alright, let's bank out of here just for one more. We're going to swap it out for Wisp. And I already know how Harrow is going to go. Let's see here. Brad. That one. My MR is that. I'm a Legend 5. Let me select. Most of my time in this game, well, I wouldn't say most of the time, I would say half. Or this whole YouTube thing was managing a clan and alliance. I'm good with people. I could cut through the bullshit with a lot of gamers. Some people want you to go after big numbers. And I've been here for a decade, maybe longer. I don't even know anymore. That I don't really care anymore about meta drivers. I just care about fun. I like this game. It's my favorite game. Not because I had the most hours in it, because I actually enjoy the core gameplay of it. But when someone says you have to play this one way with one build, fuck you. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm done with that shit. Now, I'm always open for suggestions, but I'm not to the point where I have to follow a specific build that 3 other YouTubers are doing. I like digging around, whether it's meta or not. I go for fun. So, punch, you said innate punch through. 1.2, this adds another 1.2, so it doubles up. I felt it. It went through enemies way easier previously. But, hey, you're right, it does have punch through. But this is the thing I hate about this ability. Inflicting them with impact and magnetic status effects. If the target enemy is open to mercy kills before a ranged finisher instead, perform a mercy kill to gain 100% damage and 100% multi-shot. The problem is the damn weapon kills so fast, you can't even get in there for a multi-kill. Also, is that for the first shot? Auto fire swarms enemies with inflicting with impact status if the target. So when you shoot them with the alternate fire. So under that one kill. So this is kind of a unique trait. So fire rate is good. Reload is good. I could take this out and just put in damage. That's what I would do. That reload cost is not a big deal. It's 0.2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds I lost. Darn. And that's with Gauss. Wait until I go into Harrow. So we know how Harrow does. Let's try Wisp. I'm not a Wisp main, so I gotta remember how to play her. Let's take a look at my build. I got Arcane Blessing just to stack it up. Nothing special. Alright guys, let's see what we got here. I got to leave. Can you go back to Omni mission from the Sanctum? Or do you have to leave? That's annoying. They should go straight back to your orbiter. If you're doing a relic run. That's annoying. Sorry guys. I didn't build a game. him updated. All right, we're going to rock it out with Wisp. Then I already know how it's going to play out with Harrow. Now that my fire rate is in a good spot, my fire rate is going to be twice as fast versus Gauss. But we're just going to see what happens with Wisp. Got a flood. All right, we're just going to do like a few minutes in Mott while we wait on a 5-minute objective on Relic. Unless something pops up. You know what? Screw it. Let's do Interception. My bad. I need some Harrow chassis video anyways. This is Interception. We'll just tackle it out. This will go better with Wisp anyways. Oh, hey. I got something. Yay!
No. Let's get back to it.
Fine boys up to. Quiet today. And I need to invite that one.
Audit has been interfacing
If I could
with
add
the
them in.
Foundry's
Ah,
AI
damn it! My
assets.
copy and
You
pasta
could
don't work
say
anymore.
we-
Where you at?
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
Okay,
Power is ours now.
60%. Oh my god, yeah.
Corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it.
Level 120 does the job.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. The enemy have taken a tower. You must recapture it.
I'm just testing out the weapon. Don't. I really need to get into Wisp and see what I subsume. Who here mains Wisp? And what have you subsumed to make her better?
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
A little bit slower, but that's because I took out the mod. You don't need that much speed. But yeah, I can feel the fall off in a distance. So you gotta get up close in this stuff and get the best of it. But the problem is the unique rate. It's hard to get that multi-kill. Oh, here we go. If it does it. There it is. Stays there for 7 seconds. Okay. Oh, fire rate's so much better than Cannonwood. Through and through.
The enemy have captured a tower.
Yeah! Oof. sorry I'm not talking that much. I'm trying to figure out the numbers.
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now.
All applies this bubble immediately because of magnetic electricity. One shot. That's pretty good.
The enemy have captured a tower.
No, they captured a tower. Got him. Got him. The sound effects just reloading is terrible. Yeah, I think that. Okay.
We have lost
My bot is
control
doing
of
better.
the tower.
Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Tower online.
Alright, let's see how he holds up against the Acolyte. Alright, took out the shields immediately for obvious reason, but he's nothing but corrosive, so I got no corrosive or heat, so
Must be captured.
it's kind of doo-doo when it comes to that. Let's see what this does. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh. Damn it, where'd you go? Asshole, as soon as I get up the weapon.
Tower lost.
Still does more damage than my Latum.
Enemy have taken a tower. We must be captured.
What? Okay, now it's working. Might as well get it.
We have successfully
We
decoded
did
the-
it!
Clear the area.
Am I getting plastered? No, I need alloy plate. Always a win.
More data is being broadcasted. Are you willing to risk going?
Alright,
back
boys,
into
let's bounce
the
out of here real
field?
quick. Nurse will give you more energy if we're casting breach. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I was just testing out the fire rate, how it feels. Because I think no matter what I pick, it's going to be underwhelming compared to my Harrow build. Straight up. Because not only is he going to
They
increase
are
my reload
broadcasting
speed,
another message.
but he's also
Make
going to
sure the
increase my...
enemy never receives it.
I'm just curious what the
They
crit damage
fought
is going to
well.
do with it.
Good dance, all.
I'm really curious about that. See, that's the problem. Like, whenever I have a weapon, my go-to is always Mirage or Harrow. Straight up. And it's kind of sad. I kind of wish I had more diversity and choices when it comes to weapons. When it comes to that. And that's where the weak point would come in more handy with Harrow. Only because of my build. I'll swap it out with Rifle Amp. You can always swap out with Weak. No. What am I typing? Weak. 75% weak critical chance. Wow. add that in just for shits and giggles, and I think that would be more beneficial with Crux if that's the point. Do not need ammo efficiency at all, but the problem is I'm sacrificing this for reload, and I don't want to do that because I'm going for straight up damage. If I do get Crux, I have to put on a reload mod. Maybe I don't, since it's Harrow. You don't need to.
When in Cetus, do not drink the kombucha. You are incapable of producing the hydraulic effort required to unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth the following morning.
But then again, we're not using a unique trait at all, and we'll go forward from there. See what happens. Obviously, this is a good ad clearing build, but it sucks. I wonder if I could add corrosive. Let's see if I add corrosive. Or I can't add heat, but I can add corrosive. Acid shields, bam bam. Toxin. What's the hold up? Shield. Then I go to magnetic, then it goes to toxin. So if I had this swapped, apparently I can't. Take it out for shits and giggles. Throw that in. That in. That in. Then I got corrosive cold. Ooh. Ooh. Fuck a duck. Alright. Now. So not only I got magnetic to knock out the Eximus, I got cold for that corrosive blast. Holy shit, why haven't I thought about this before? Alright, so I got magnetic strictly for Eximus. Radiation for Murmur. I'm an idiot. But I got fire rate out of the way. I'm going to stick with this build right here. Also, the only beneficial for this mod is blast. So I can supplement this with something else. More status chance. Just throw it in there, see what happens. Oh, I can't. Cold. Can't throw in cold. That'll fuck up my system. Blah 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 blah. What I can do, swap this sucker out. No, I can't. Take this bastard out. Alright, so swap you out. Doesn't really matter. Do that. I can always add different polarities if I wanted to later. Damn it! That's hurting so bad. It's that polarity. I like this build right here a lot. I like it a lot. But I don't know what to put it with. Yeah, Blast is the only one that's benefiting from this other than... Yeah. So this is useless now, other than Blast. Shit. Shut. Give me a minute. Sorry about this, chat. I'm thinking, which is the problem. What polarity is this? Yeah, this is fucking up my whole chi. Alright, so what I would do... Stick it out. Let's see what we can put in here just for giggles. Chilling grass. I definitely like the cold. add frostbite, cold status. What's the weight of that? Cold is 5,000, so that's not the height. It's not going to proc first anyways. But corrosive will. Magnetic is the least. No, radiation is the least. So, what do you got? Broken scepter, worth keeping, or just MR fodder? I got to look at it, actually. You like chroma? Ah, damn. I'm stuck with these builds. Or this template. Chance to apply crit chance. Status on crit chance. We do not have any crit. I don't like Cannanoid because it limits my options, for sure. Oh my god, I hate my polarity swapped out. So, fuck it. We'll keep that as is. We'll just have fun. Bring that sucker down so I can have more options at least. I have to stick with this. Shotgun LMS is probably my best mod until I change that polarity out. I wish I could apply heat, but it's out of my hands. But this is not a bad build at all. This pretty much covers your ducts. Except for health at this point. No. Can't do that. Status chance, I could. No, I can't. Fucker. Alright, let's roll with this. I gotta level it up anyways. In the meantime, I'm gonna rock it with Harrow. Let's see what that sucker does. I still like it with Gauss. Even though I haven't played with Harrow yet, I'm still with Gauss on this one. Damn it. No survival. Alright, we'll do one more steel path. Maybe I could kill the Acolyte a lot better this time. Why am I having an arrow? Oh. Hey, Dave! Welcome back. From Guam? Oh, cool. Nice to see everybody from around the world. Very, very nice. As always, I'm going to repeat this on and off. Do me a favor, friend flapvsjack in Warframe and Soulframe. That way I can incorporate you into this setup here. I am just doing simple relic runs to test out a build for Basilisk.
Trust in your training.
I know what's going to happen after this guy.
Fishers, you need them to open a relic, but are you
But
confident you can withstand
also,
their fury?
subscribe, like, and do all that jazz for me as well.
A fisher, defend yourself.
Go ahead,
and
get this
use
out of the way.
reactive to open relics.
Alright, let me get these guys' attention. Alright, let's see what happens.
Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupt
Reload
enemies
way
will
better.
open. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Tower lost.
No! Where's it at? Below me? I don't know. Corrosive's still not doing... Oh, never mind. Okay, yep. This way I have magnetic, I got corrosive. If I had to swap it out, I could. The only problem is rifle elements, I'm getting blast damage. With that. Come on. Come on over to the real world. I'm pretty good. Oh! Chesty! Okay, never mind. Health knocks it out pretty good. I guess if you just have enough damage, it kills them. Who knew? But let's see what happens with the Acolyte. That's the real test right there. I'm still liking Gauss over Harrow, surprisingly. I don't know why. It just feels right. Maybe it was the game mode. I don't know.
You've collected enough reactants to open your relic.
But this build is way better than my previous build, for sure.
But believe, though it's going
Reload is nice, a little bit nicer with Harrow, but it's absolutely not necessary. The real problem, child, is fire rate and crit damage. Like the Trauma, the biggest issue is stabilizer first, and then basically fire rate, and then damage. This one doesn't have a problem with damage. This has a problem with fire rate and reload. And that's the order or hierarchy, I would say, that creates a detriment to its playstyle and limits which frames you can play it with and what mods you can put into it. Overall, it's a pretty decent weapon. It's holding up in Steel Pass just fine. Of course, this build is overkill. This is straight up in your face. Harrow, basically adding crit damage to all my weapons. So, alright, let's see what it does to the Acolyte. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, way better damage than before. That's because I have CP. Where's he at? Oh. Okay, that answers that question. See, I was struggling before with the same setup. I was in Invade. I had the abilities proc, but I did not have Heat or Corrosive, and it just knocked out that Acolyte pretty quickly. Uh-oh. Getting a heat damage. How are we at half and half? Where are these guys at? Oh. Oh no, not my fire rate! Bring that up.
Enemy have captured a tower.
Bring him down. Get this objective going. God dang. Okay. This is survival. I'll be rocking. Oh yeah, that punch through went straight through those guys. Okay.
Message decoded. Leave none alive. Clear out the remaining enemy forces.
I was thinking going to CP would be a detriment to the Corpus or Oricon builds of the Corpus, but no. This is a better build overall. Not only because of Grenier and armor, but the fact that it still one-shots the Corpus builds as well. Waypoint? What's the waypoint? Reflect?
Are you willing to risk going back into the field?
Alright, let's bounce out of here real quick. I'll go back to Gauss. And hopefully we'll see where we're at. Rocking the Vasto. All right. Okay. Again, if you want to squad up, I need you to DM me. State that you're, say, invite
Be
X.
careful, though. The
Hi.
enemy has
Doesn't really
surely
matter.
rallied
I need you to
stronger
DM me.
reinforcements.
Join in. And I will not disband until you guys basically DM me. Usually I'll disband and add you in, but we'll go forward from there. See if there's a survival mission that we could play with. Where am I at? Alright, where are we at on the stream? We're basically 2 hours in. Alright, so this is the point. I still like Gauss better with the weapon. It just synergizes better. Due to the fact that I just found out. What am I going to build? I need to swap to Gauss. Problem with Gauss, he's not really great with interception missions. But yet, if I could swap out Shotgun Elemis with anything else, I would definitely do that. And I would actually go with Status Chance if I could. Status. If I could spell correctly. Obviously, I got Galvanized Savvy. I can't add that in. I would swap it out with that. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Put that bastard on there, but I gotta go to 40. Alright, so do me a favor, for those who are watching my video, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz for me. This is at that moment where I'm almost 2 hours in. I'm gonna put a 5-minute timer in right now for my shorts. I'm gonna stop it and re-upload. Why? Because YouTube cuts me off after 2.5 hours or 3 hours on shorts only. Mainstream, y'all hang out and vibe. If y'all could do me a favor, go ahead and make your votes in.
Sorry.
I will end my poll
Just
at the end of that,
the volume off.
and then I'll re-upload. So, and that will determine what we're going to do next. If you want to squad up, do me a favor. Go to menu. Crap. Go to menu. Go to communication. Go to friends. Go to add friend. Type in flapvsjack. If you're not in game, do me a favor. State your in-game name in chat right now. That way I can add you in. If you're looking for a clan, we're always, am I recruited? No, I'm not. Oh, let's get on top of that. Sorry, I had a busy morning. I had to be, fuck. My copy and pasta is not working. Well, I'll do that tomorrow. Once I had a partner, I had to figure out how to partner with YouTube. And I got to the point where we're at that point that I am partnered with YouTubing. I'm just waiting on a review. So hopefully I can get some revenue. Maybe you could support me directly. Also, I could have emotes for you guys to interact with me on every stream. This is the direction I'm going with, which is I prefer streams. I'm going away from edited videos until something comes up where I can have the support to do it. Maybe a graphic designer that can help me out. We'll see what happens. But this is the early stage. Boomer? Okay, I got you. Boomer. 7090. Are you cross-platform or PC? FYI. So, Salt Lake Prime, that's your in-game name? Why do you have magnetic strap on when your valence is magnetic already? Oh, for the reload, and it stacks with magnetic. I'm not sure if you can do background music, but the Soulframe beginning music goes perfect with your stream. I don't think I can apply that. I'm not too sure. I'll add NPC. You'll never know. If that's not you, you got to tell me if you're cross-platform or PC. That's what I need to know. Salt Lake Prime! And I do know that shorts have a minute or two delay as well. Well, I wouldn't call this doing what I love, but this is more safe. The reason I'm doing YouTube is to get popular. It's for two things. One, I have seizures, and I've been a low voltage installation tech, blue collar work for 11 years. And driving a 10-foot bed van with a ton of fucking equipment, I don't feel safe anymore, especially if you do it 3 hours a day. So it's safer for me, safer for my kids. And that's the priority. And two, I'm not looking for fame. I'm looking for money. Like, not a lot either. Like $40,000 a year just to provide money. And I figured, even though I make more now than $40,000 a year, right now I could go back to work and make more money than this YouTube stuff. But it's about the safety, right? Also have a base and a community that can contact my wife in case I do drop. So it's all about that. I'm putting in a lot of hours. I'm putting in a lot of time, taking away from my kids to see if this what if can work. So if it can, I would like to improve, get better, get like a camera that's like 180p instead of a 720p. You know what I mean? Simple things like that. I'm not there. I want to get better and better because I'm not competing with other YouTubers. I'm competing with myself. So if this works, this is just the first step of a bigger thing. Yeah. Low voltage is nice until you're in a heavy attic area and you're about to pass out. That's when it gets sketchy. Where are we at? All right. We're at that timer. Again, shorts. Is going to end in a few minutes. But before you go, let me end the poll. Let me tally up what you guys voted on. Okay, on the mainstream, 37% did arbitration. Organ Vaults, 31%. Bounties is at 25%. Void Storm, 6%. Now on shorts, you guys are at 33% on Organ Vaults. Arbitration, 30%. Ooh, y'all are neck and neck. I need to bring up the calculator. So Void Storm is 22%, but it's at 6%. That brought it down. And Necromech's at 13%. So it's a fight between Vaults and Arbitration. So let's tally this up. 37 plus 30 equals 67. While Vaults are 31 plus 33. 64 by 3 points on arbitration. Okay, boys, we're going to do arbitration. Stay in the queue if you want to do arbitration, or leave if you don't. And shorts, I'm about to cut you guys off in a few minutes. If you want to go over to the mainstream, it's listed in the chat, pinned in the message. Go over there if you want to, or if you like putting your phone vertically, that's totally fine too. I'm just going to go to episode 2, and that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to cut off shorts in 3, 2, 1.